Hey everybody, and welcome to Tribal Trading from wherever you are around the globe. So glad that you could join. I have my crypto cheat sheet. I've gone through my top 20 coins for this bull run. They'll be already on this channel. You can check them out, parts 1 to 6. And now I have a bonus. I have 3 bonus coins for you. Actually, I have 4. I'm going to throw one in for you. But if you could do me a favor and smash the like and subscribe to the channel, comment or share, that will really help get this content out here. I also have a bunch of referral links down below to different exchanges, depending on where you are in the world and what exchange is best for you to trade on. If you click on those referral links, you'll actually get some, depending on the reward at the time, some free crypto, some reduced trading fees, NordVPN. I highly recommend using a virtual private network whenever you do anything on the web. Certainly keeps you anonymous and secure and more private and keeps you safe. Well, yeah, that's the idea of it, right? That's where you pay. It's only a couple of bucks per month. So please check that out and make sure that you check out those links below. Full disclosure, you'll get rewards, I'll get rewards. It's a win-win situation. So that would really, really help. Okay, so I'm going to jump into 3 bonus coins. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. We're going to jump into these 3 bonus coins. And the reason why I decided, they almost made the list, and one of them actually jumped today. The 4th one. And I actually had recorded it on a video, and then I actually removed it from the video. Can you believe it? And then it jumped today. I think I made about 300 or 400%, 3 or 4x, took some profits. And so I'll give you a look into that one as well. I'll cover that one last. Okay, so, and all of these had a bit of a jump today, but these are the bonus coins. The first one is Celestia. Okay, so currently trading at about $10. That would be an aggressive entry. That's not a bad entry. If I didn't have any Celestia at all, and I really like this coin, then I would put, if I had $500, I'd put $100 personally at this level here at $10. Maybe I'd even put, let's say I had $1,000, maybe I'd put 300 here, maybe I'd put a third. It's pretty low. It got right down to $8. Maybe it went a little bit lower than that, but it got a little bit low. And I have to admit, this had been a big one for me. I had traded this one all the way up from quite low all the way up to 20-something dollars. I have a potential top of $90 for this bull run. Will it get there? And you might ask, how are you getting to these amounts? Well, first of all, mostly through Fibonacci's. And if you don't know what Fibonacci's are, there's an indicator that you use, and a lot of people use them for buying and sell level, support and resistance, and to mark out potential long-term price targets and tops. But I will say this, it really, sometimes they don't get there. Sometimes they don't get there because the bull market finishes early. Many people believe this is a cycle that will finish a lot earlier than most other bull runs that we've been in, because Bitcoin has had such a huge run up so quickly, and it reached its all-time high before the halving, which has never happened before, and that was because of the ETF. And so some people feel that our bull run is going to end around the end of 2024, and I tend to lean towards that as being a strong possibility. If I was to take a guess right now, I would say sometime around December, January, February area of late 2024, early 2025 as being my most likely place for the top. And if we are fortunate, get to April, May, and then if we're really fortunate, September, I think would be the last stand there, and that would be very fortunate. And September would be normally how most bull runs would normally last for in a 4-year cycle. If you don't understand how that works, that's okay. We'll probably cover that in another video, or there are plenty of other videos out there on the internet where you can look into Bitcoin, the 4-year cycle, the halving, and how that all works. And I can certainly put some links in the description at some point when we do those videos as well, with some great resources. Okay, so we've got some other entries there at $9.35 to $9.50. $8.75 to $9, and then $8. Will we ever see those lower prices again? Obviously $9.35 to $9.50 is quite a strong possibility. However, we may not. We may take off from here. This is why I want to put these videos out. All three of these coins are, for me, in strong buy zones. They're still quite low down. They're still down over 50% or close to down to 50%. And so I feel there are some good entries here that can be had. And just remember, as I've covered in other videos, the way that I trade, there's two things that I've kind of mentioned in each video. Number one is, what am I looking for in a coin? I'm looking for the community, a strong community. This definitely has a strong community. I'm looking for utility. This coin has great utility. You can do your own research and look into that. And I'm looking at the tokenomics, which is the FDV, the fully diluted valuation. And we're looking for tokenomics. We're looking that it's 100%. We want 100% or close to 100%, 70%, 80%, 90%, 100% of the total supply be circulating. Now, this coin does not have this, and a lot of the new coins don't. This is why I see there was such a large sell-off on this coin. If you see, the fully diluted valuation is only 18%. That's not crash hot. They have a total supply of about 1 billion and only less than 200 million. Now, look, I don't want to get too hung up on the fully diluted valuation. And one of the reasons I don't want to get too hung up on it is because it really depends, where are those tokens? Are they locked up, and how long are they locked up, and when is there going to be a token release? And as I've shown in a couple of the other videos previously, and I'm now putting in the description, there is a website, Token Unlock, where you can actually check and see when these tokens might be unlocked. We can actually try and search for tier here. They don't have all of them, I find, which is a little bit frustrating. But we have a look at this one and see if there's any token unlocks coming up, because it could be a year, it could be 2 years, it could be 3 years, it could be 4 years. We may not. Here we go. So the next upcoming event here is 155 days. There looks like there is a new token unlock. So, I mean, that's 5 months away. The bull market could be finished by then. So I'm not super bothered by that at the moment. Certainly that's something to keep an eye out in 5 months when that comes up. And sometimes token unlocks are a bit of a nothing burger, because those that get their tokens unlocked decide not to sell or don't sell much, or they sell into strength and there's plenty of buyers. So there's two things about fully diluted valuation and tokenomics. One is, is there a big gap between the circulative supply and the total supply? Yes, there is. Okay, so that can put up a little bit of red flag, that's something you need to be aware of. But secondly, where are those tokens and when are they going to be unlocked? And then thirdly, are there going to be buyers for those tokens? Because quite often it can be a bit of a nothing burger, because tokens are released into the market, people sell, and then all of a sudden there are buyers for those sellers, and that's okay. You've also got to realize, even though the fully diluted valuation, even if it's 100%, which means if there was 100 million coins on the market and in total supply, and there are also 100 million in circulation, well, of course, are there big holders? Are there whale holders? And you can kind of look, and I'm not going to go in that today, but you can look and say, okay, maybe there's an issue if one or two wallets hold 20 million of those tokens, they're unlocked, they could dump on at any time. But oftentimes that never takes place or happens either. And so, with crypto, there's all risk. This is why I always say, take your profits as you go up. Take profits off the table, scale into your positions, scale out of your positions, and you'll be fine. Because I always have 3 bags. I have my trade bag. That's where I go into a trade, and then I trade it for a day, a week, a month, and then I look to take profits, and I close the trade, and I'm completely out of that token. The second part is that I have my hold or my hodl bag, and then I will be scaling out of these positions all the way up in this bull run, so that near or close to the top, I am mostly out of a token. So if I bought a token for $100 and it's done a 10x, I will have taken at least $900 profit, and then I'll have $100 left. And if it continues to go off the bull market extenders, I'm still in the token, and I'll keep and continue to take profit and rinse, repeat into, and then when the bear market comes down, I'll have a little bit of that token, but I will be mostly massively in profit. Hopefully, my goal is to be 5, 10, 20x. I have my hodl bag, and then I have my accumulation bag. And my accumulation bag is tokens that I feel are going to be winners, real big winners, and I accumulate as I go. I accumulate during the bear market, the accumulation phase, and then I will scale out as we go up, but then I'll also scale back in lower. So if I sell a token for $100 and it drops to 50, I can buy more of it back and then hold more of it and then sell more of it at 100. And then if it drops to 75, I can accumulate more and then go up to 150 and then sell some more. And then it comes back to 100 and then buy those back lower. And then I keep doing that until the end of the bull run. Again, the goal is, as always, even though I'm accumulating on pullbacks, I will be still scaling out. And the goal, even on the accumulation bag, is to have only 10% or 20% at most left when we go into a bear market. Of course, if we go into a bear market as normal, and I assume, and I think that we still will, and I think we'll still follow that. Okay, and at any time, I sometimes turn some coins that are in the trade bags, if they turn out to be really winners, I'll move them into the HODL bag. And I won't sell out of the position. I'll say, you know what, something's changed here, the narrative, there's a partnership, something happens, and I'm very much a if this, then that trader. And so if something happens, I might move something from the trade bag to the HODL bag. And the same thing, I might say, hey, this HODL one that I thought was going to be good and I'll be scaling out of, I'm not sure if this has got much more legs to it, and I'm going to move that to the trade bag. And as soon as I'm at a certain amount of profit, I'm completely out of that trade. And then there's the accumulation. And I might say, no, you know what, I'm not going to keep buying on dips and pullbacks because I don't know if this one is really going to go like I thought it was. I'm going to move it to the scale out, HODL bag or even to the trade bag. And I move them around regularly during a bull market cycle. And so that's something, those are the three methods that I have in trading. And that's how that I work. And so I also take profits, 3x, 5x, 10x, 15x, 20x, but I will also take profits when we get to local tops. And I am going to do a video where I will show when I feel the market is starting to top out and we're due a pullback. And I will also show when I feel we're bottoming out and we are due to take a bit of a bounce. Right now, I've said over the last few days in my videos that I felt we're more likely 70% to go up in the next couple of weeks. And that's exactly what's being happened. We've had a bit of a breakout today, Memorial Day in the US. And so that's why I wanted to jump on here, because these three coins haven't really taken off yet. Yes, Celestia has kind of jumped by around a dollar or maybe 50 cents to a dollar. So it's starting to go, but so that's why I put aggressive entry now at the $10 level. And obviously a better entry somewhere between $9.35 and $9.50, but we just might not get there. And that's why I like scaling in and scaling out. That's why I would put a percentage here at 10. If I didn't have any Celestia, I would buy some at 10 just in case we take off and never come back. That way I have an entry. Certainly if we were at $20 Celestia, I would say, and I didn't have any, I would say probably no. It's gone up quite a lot. And I just don't know if, I don't know if the risk is there for it, and I would probably pass on that. And that's just something that I personally do, but I'll sometimes pass on a coin because I just feel that unless it gets to an area of interest, I may not go for it. And sometimes I've missed out and I've seen a coin go crazy and go, wow, I should have just bought some, even though it just seemed like it already appreciated a whole lot. But most times I've found that generally this plan has worked out quite well. Okay, the second token that I've got here for you in our bonus round is Sei. I've loved Sei. I've had Sei since about 20 cents. So I'm not sure if I buy back at 20 cents because maybe we'd be in a bear market. But certainly the aggressive entry is right at the 55-cent range, which is right about where we are now. And if not, then 50 cents and then 41 to 45 cents. If I did not have any Sei, and I did just buy some more Sei here at 55 cents, but if I did not have any Sei, then I bought some today at 55 and I have some, so I would certainly buy some at 55 cents, and I would certainly buy more. If I had $1,000 to put into Sei, I'd probably put about 300, 350 in right here, and then I would add more at 50 cents and then at 41 to 45, and maybe I'd keep a little bit just in case we dip down into the low 35, 35 might be okay. Look, at that point, I'm like, is this coin in a bear market? Is it ever going to recover? It peaked over $1. And so that's very important. And I cannot stress the importance of taking profits. Simply just remember the last bull market cycle, we had 2 peaks. And in April 2021, the market just crashed down. And some of the altcoins, when Bitcoin then went from 64 down to around 30K or 28K or whatever it went to, and then jumped it back up to 69, some alts did not go with it. And it was the end for them. They never recovered, and they've never recovered since. And they're just languishing right now. And I'm hoping some of them, I still hold a couple of them and hope that they might have a little bit of a pump in this bull run. And if they do, they're trades for me. I'm not going to be scaling out. I'm just going to be, hey, I just want to get out of these coins now. And that's kind of it. And this just does go with the narrative that historically most coins do not reach their previous cycle all-time high. We saw that with XRP. And I'm sorry for any XRP fam that are out there. I love you and I feel for you. I'm waiting for XRP to participate in this bull run. Is it going to participate in this bull run? I don't know. I do know if you look at, I'm just going to give you a little hint that XRP dominance has been going down for a long time. And if you don't know how to chart that, you can put that in a trading view. And that's just for those who know trading and know trading view well. I'm just throwing that out there for check that out. I did sell all of my XRP bags at over 60 cents and put them into other projects that 10x'd. And in the meantime, XRP has just gone down lower into the 50-cent region and so on. So XRP did not manage to get past its previous cycle all-time high. I think it was over $3.60 or $3.80 in its first cycle, and then its second cycle only got to $1.80. I think in this cycle, if we get to $1.50, that would be a good effort. I'm not expecting it to go past $1.50 in this cycle. It may really struggle to break through $1. And I would love to be wrong. Again, I'm an if this, then that trader. And if I see something, if the lawsuit gets dropped at the SEC, or I see something different in the charts or new partnerships or whatever, I may change my perception and I may even get back into an XRP trade. But right now, XRP, you're dead to me. And I wanted to say that. But yeah, XRP, you're dead to me. And I'm going to stay out of that trade for now. Okay, so Sei here, I've got the entry points here. Let's look at the tokenomics on this. The fully diluted valuation on Sei is going to be, and I can't wait to give you my last coin. It is going to be so much fun. Yeah, so 30% there. So you've got 10 billion, but only 3 billion out there. Let's see if we can see anything on token unlocks here, where we can put this in here on token unlocks. It does have Sei, and let's see, is that going to come up? Is it thinking? Here we go, Sei, 79 days. So there's more being unlocked. Doesn't look like a huge amount. More being unlocked in about 80 days. So I'm not concerned about that at the moment. I think people are wising up with all these little websites and tools that are out there. I think people see any big, large unlocks and they kind of, and I think this is what happened with Celestia. I think this is what with Tia. I think this is what happened with Sui. And I do think this is what happened with Sei, why there was such huge drawdowns on these coins, because the tokenomics just doesn't make sense. People look at it and go, wow, there's 90% of it is held by the founders or the team or whatever. Where are these coins and when are they going to be released into the market? And I kind of use this analogy in the last video about if you're at a party and you've got all this alcohol and people are buying alcohol, and then you bring in way more alcohol and people aren't buying anymore because there's too much alcohol. So now you've got all the supply of alcohol, but you don't have people buying the alcohol, then you're going to be at a huge loss. So, but as long as there's people to buy the alcohol, and if you unlock more tokens or you unlock more alcohol and there's people to buy those tokens, or if there's people to buy and drink that alcohol and consume it, then that's totally fine. So, so just to be aware of that, I think it's just part of the way. And my potential top there for Sei is actually $5. So again, I'll probably revise that as we go with the bull run. Obviously, if it gets to $6 and we're still halfway, if I feel there's months to go on the bull run, I may revise that. But also remember, just the altcoin tops and Bitcoin tops, most of the time they don't happen at the same time. Sometimes Bitcoin will top out and then alts will run and top and then it all dumps. Last cycle, Bitcoin topped, a bunch of altcoins topped way earlier. In many cases, 5 months earlier, 4 months, 3 months, or 2 months earlier, 1 month earlier, and sometimes they kind of topped together and then Bitcoin dropped and everything went down. So just be aware of that, be careful of that. I just think if you're just holding, I've got diamond hands. Yeah, that's great, but diamond hands can also be smart hands and be smart money and take some profits on the way up, scale on the way up. I've always used the 3x, 5x, 10x, 15x, but sometimes I just throw out the window. I'm saying I'm taking profit here. Here it is. I think we're coming up to this is really overcooked, or the market's overcooked, or this particular token is overcooked, and it's overbought, and I just feel a dump is imminent, and I just take some profits off the table right then and there. Okay, so the third token, I've got one more to show you, but I'm not going to show you the price targets. I don't have price targets for the fourth one. I'll just share the name of the token and how to buy it, and you can kind of figure it out. But the last one is Zeus. Now the Zeus is interesting because the Solana founder is involved, and it's basically bringing Bitcoin to the Solana blockchain. I don't know if they've achieved it. I feel like here, there was a big sell-off. So, I mean, the aggressive entry is kind of what it's at now. Last time I checked, it was about 48 cents. So anywhere between 45, 48 cents. Pretty aggressive entry. Would I buy it at 45, 48 cents if I didn't have any? Absolutely. I would. But I could also be happy to get it at 41 to 42 cents, 37 to 38 cents, and 35 cents. Would I buy below 35 cents? Again, I'd be wondering if this coin is going to recover or be in a bear market, just the sell-off that has happened on this one. And so, yeah, I would probably put, if I had $1,000, I'd put 350 in now. I'd probably add another couple of hundred at 41 to 42, another couple of hundred at 37, 38, and then 35 cents there. Potential top $4. So if we go out to and look at the market cap on Zeus, I don't think it's going to be crash hot, which is why I think there was such a drop, because I think tokens were being unlocked and unleashed. And yeah, we've only got 17% out. So we've got 1 billion supply. I like it when there's limited supply. 21 million Bitcoin. That's great. That's going to lead to great price appreciation because there is scarcity. That's why I like TAO, T-A-O, Potenza, and I think that's why it shot up to $700 in part. They've only got 21 million coins. 1 billion coins isn't bad when you think of a lot of the other coins, but I look at that 167 million. So yeah, there's only 17% on the market. Let's look at token unlock and see if Zeus is one of the coins that they cover. I know they don't have everything there. No, and I'm not going to request that today. So we're not sure. There might be other places you can go to find out that information. And so certainly I will provide resources on there if we can find out more information about the tokenomics, where the tokens are, who they're locked up, who are the biggest wallets, etc. There's all some stuff that you can find on chain. And so we have that there. And then last but not least, again, this was a token that I was going to share with everybody and I didn't. It's the Maret token. And this probably came off the back of Trump coming out and saying that he was pro-crypto and all these really bullish statements. And it seems like all the Trump tokens really took off, and there are a lot of them. And so you can find this token on MEXC. Now, you can find a sign up for MEXC in the description below. Note, you won't be able to sign up if you have a US passport. You must have a different passport, or your spouse must have a different passport, or maybe you have a brother, uncle, auntie somewhere that can get an account set up. I also have a video called Getting Started, where I show how to transfer money onto MEXC and how to trade using other exchanges on ramps to then get to MEXC. And if you sign up on MEXC, you do get trading fee discounts, which is huge. You do want the trading fee discounts. I also get some rewards as well, just as a just being transparent about that. And then also you've got to use a NordVPN. So you have to use a NordVPN and set the country to the same country as that passport that you signed up with MEXC. And so that may not be everybody can purchase it. There's probably some decentralized exchanges that you can purchase this off. I would have to look into that. But by the time you kind of do that or figure out how to do that, the trade may be gone. I will say this, that an absolute huge appreciation today. It has gone up significantly. And do I have an entry for you? I wouldn't recommend, I always say sell into strength, sell the green candles, sell the pumps, and buy the dumps, buy the fear. Sell the greed, buy the fear, sell the strength, buy the weakness. And so will I be accumulating more MAGA if it drops from here? Maybe. Right now, it's in my hodl bag, and I'm just going to take profits on the way up as we go up. And I think being an election year, and I think that there is a very strong community there for this token, that I feel like that could go quite well. And the tokenomics actually are great. They're at 100%. I will show this coin here, but they're at 100%. So all the supply is circulating. So you can see it here. There is a big supply, by the way. That's not necessarily a great thing. The supply is really high. If we look here, but we certainly have, you can see 100% here is the self-reported circulating supply, 202.4 trillion tokens. That is a lot. I'm not sure if this token will ever get to 1 cent. Let alone $1. But if it can drop a 0 or 2 along the way, that would be a good 10 or 100x. You get 10, 20, 50, or 100x or something along the way. So I would certainly think that that could work out. Right now, I think that's 6 zeros and a 2, or is it 7 zeros and a 2? I can't quite. Let me just check and see if I can actually see. Bring this up on my phone here. I need to close this video out because we're at 25 minutes here. So this was a trade that I didn't give, and I regretted not giving this trade. But yeah, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros, and then at 2 right now. An entry to get in here, if we were to get some kind of pullback, possibly around the 1-3 mark, 7 zeros and 1-3 or 1-4, 1-5, somewhere around there would be an okay place if you didn't have any and you want a dollar cost average in. Another area of key, definitely 1-3, 1-5 would be a good little area, and then below that, very hard to find that because there's so many zeros here. Below that, the 8 region, which is probably 8 zeros and an 8, and then 8 zeros and a 5. So there you go. So 7 zeros, 1-3 to 1-5, 8 zeros, 8, and 8 zeros around 5 or 6 there would be possible dollar cost average areas there. And a very aggressive entry would be, I will give you an aggressive entry here as I look at this, and aggressive entry here is going to be around 18 to 19. Yeah, 18 to 19 is a very aggressive entry. 7 zeros, 18 to 19. Or you can jump in at 22. Personally, for me, if I didn't own MAGA, would I jump in at 22? No, unless I'm just throwing $50 or $100 or something like that at it. That's super risky. It's super pumped up, but it could go. I mean, there is not fully diluted market cap is only 4.48 million. So there's definitely some scope for that one to fly, but we'll just see what that happens. I got in about 400% ago, so I think I got in at around 6 or 8 zeros and a 5 or a 4 and a 6, and so I was able to take some profit there today at around 23 or 24, 25, 26. I think it jumped right up to 28. So check that one out. Again, not financial advice. This is a meme coin. As far as I'm aware, there is no utility. There seems to be a strong community, and the tokenomics appear to be strong. These are all self-reported, so as long as these are accurate, they appear to be strong. I am not sure who holds all that supply, because all of the supply is circulating. That's a lot of tokens. I don't know who has them. I don't know who are all the biggest wallets. That is definitely something that we could find out and look into, because you want to make sure, hey, is there going to be some big dump that will come from this? But anyway, those are my 3 bonus tokens that I've given to you, plus a bunch of other cool information and interesting trading insights that I hope you got something out of. And so wherever you are in the world, happy trading. Look forward to my next video. I'm going to be covering some meme coins coming up in the next week or so. I'm going to have all my top meme coin projects there, and I have a bunch of other exciting stuff in the works to show you and to share with you. So thank you so much for joining again today. Again, happy trading, and have a great day.